Hello everyone, in today's video we're going to be doing a quick comparison between the all-new iPhone 16e and the Samsung Galaxy S24 FE. Now I ended up getting both of these phones when they were released and been using them ever since. So in today's video we're going to be doing a quick comparison between these two. Now if you're not familiar with either of these models, they are more of kind of special edition, fan edition of the regular iPhone and the regular Samsung Galaxy. So for example, this would be a fan edition, which means a little bit lower specs than the regular Samsung Galaxy S24. And the iPhone 16e would be kind of same thing for the regular iPhone 16. So there's some differences for the regular one, like for example, the camera button. There's also a secondary camera missing as well. Now, let's go over the differences in the design. iPhone 16e, as you guys can see, is definitely a lot smaller phone. We have 6.1 inch, so they kept the design very similar to the previous iPhones. Another thing that's missing on this E version is the island. So this would just be where the front-facing camera is. It doesn't have a screen or anything like that. Overall, pretty decent design. It only does have that one single camera, but it is a pretty good camera. Color choices were pretty bland. You can end up choosing this white one or the dark gray. Everything else is very similar to the previous iPhone. So you have USB-C, and then you have the action button, volume up and down. That's pretty much it. It supports 2 eSIMs. Now the S24, for me at least, it's a better looking phone and definitely a lot larger. 6.7 inch, we have triple camera system on the back. There's quite a few color choices. This is the one I ended up choosing. It was a bit unique and I do like the sky blue color. I'm not sure what they call it, but I call it sky blue. Now on the bottom we have USB-C. And then on this side, we have, this is for the pen. And then we have one physical SIM, and he also uses one eSIM. So on this phone, if you're still using physical SIM card, then this, of course, would be a better option. Then we have power lock button and the volume controls. Overall, both are good-looking phones, but I would definitely give it to the Samsung Galaxy S24e. I think the color looks better. If this one had any other color choices, like for example blue, green, or red, I think this would be a very, very good-looking phone. But the white one, it doesn't look that bad on this iPhone 16e. Now, when it comes to the display, as already mentioned, and as you can probably see, there's a big difference in size. Both of these are OLED displays. There's difference in the refresh rate, 120 Hertz versus 60 Hertz. And there's also difference in the peak brightness, 1900 versus 1200. Now, overall, both of the phones are very bright. Even when you do end up using them outside of the sun, I had no issues with the display. Both are very good colors and just beautiful displays. If you prefer to watch Netflix and movies and stuff like that, you might want to end up going with the larger display. But if you're one of those people that likes to carry phone around, then this would be a better choice. I do like the size. I think this would be the perfect size. Now, when it comes to the performance, this is where the iPhone is actually a lot better. Now, the Samsung Galaxy S24 FE has the Exynos 2400E CPU, 8GB of RAM, and I believe storage is 128 or 256. Now, the iPhone 16e runs the Apple's A18 chip, which is amazing CPU, and it also has 8GB RAM, and the storage starts at 128GB. Now, battery-wise, we have 4000 milliamp versus 4700. So this one does have the bigger battery, but it also does have a bigger screen. I would say from my use, I'm getting better battery life on the iPhone 16e, but the S24 is still getting pretty good battery life, especially considering it does have a pretty large display. Now, when it comes to the charging, this one has the wired at 20 watts and wireless at 7.5 watts. So it did not get the same charging as the regular iPhone 16. And then this one has the wired at 25 watts, wireless at 15 watts. So this one will definitely charge a lot faster. Now, when it comes to the cameras, as already mentioned before, single camera, triple camera system. Now, the S24 FE definitely has more versatile camera options like wide, ultra wide, and the telephoto. Now, the iPhone 16e has that single camera, but it's 48 megapixel fusion camera. It is actually really good camera, but again, this one has those extra options. Now, I'm one of those people who just points and clicks. I'm not really into the whole camera option. So for me, This is a really good choice. Again, this one takes pretty good pictures and videos as well. Now, final conclusion, both are really amazing phones. It really comes down to the size and the operating system. I would say the iPhone 16e is definitely more future-proof. It does have that better CPU, and the performance is definitely a lot more noticeable. Now, the S24 is a very solid phone, especially if you do like Android and if you do like larger displays. So honestly, both really good phones. It really comes down to if you're iPhone user or the Android, but whichever phone you end up going with, it will be a good choice. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.